Hey guys, Morgan the Rebellious Reviewer. We talk about music and occasionally books and movies. And today we're going to be picking which albums I listen to and review in the month of July. We're going to be doing this using a randomizer wheel that I have on my phone here. And I got this idea from Cody's Book Corner, who makes videos where she chooses which book she reads using this exact method pretty much. And she does this using prompts like pet pick and boyfriend pick and flowers on the cover, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing but with my albums. So there are actually a few albums that I have to listen to anyway, even if I don't get them onto the wheel. I'm going to try to get as many of them as possible on here. Those are Rush's first 5 albums, since I'm doing a series where I review their discography. And I also have to get to the 5 jazz albums that the YouTuber named Deep Cuts mentioned in his 5 albums to get you into jazz video, because I'm planning on doing a series called Trying to Get Into based on those videos. And I also have to include 2 outlaw country albums by Willie Nelson and Billy Joe Shaver for my outlaw country series. With that out of the way, let's get started with spin number 1. Sad. That means I have to choose an album that is sad. And I think I can figure this one out pretty easily. I'm going with Blurry Face by 21 Pilots. After all, this album is about depression, even though it does sound pretty happy, so 21 Pilots, Blurry Face. Now, for our second spin, which will give us Out of Comfort Zone. So, an album that is out of my comfort zone. There aren't too many albums out there that are out of my comfort zone, to be honest. I listen to a wide range of stuff, but there are a few genres out there that are definitely out of my comfort zone. And I think I'm going to start out, and I think for this one I'm going to pick Floods by Boris. Now, this album, I think it's like a drone album. I don't listen to a ton of drone, so this should be interesting. It's very experimental, I know that about it. And now for spin 3. Ooh, Subtract album came up. That means I only have to spin this thing 9 times. Yay! Blues. Now, blues is also a genre that's kind of out of my comfort zone, but luckily I figured one out ahead of time that would work. Lightnin' Hopkins is self-titled. It's a blues album, that's all I really know about it. And now, spin number 4. high expectation. So an album I have a high expectation of. That's plenty of albums, but I think I'm gonna go with My Chemical Romance's 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I love the Black Parade, but I've never really delved into the rest of My Chemical Romance's discography, meaning I probably should. So, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. And now for spin number 5. R&B? Really? This wheel really wants me to go out of my comfort zone, doesn't it? Well, for R&B, I think I'll just go with Confessions by Usher. This is a 2000s R&B album that I've heard a ton of great things about. I've heard a few songs from it that I actually like despite not being an R&B fan at all. So, who knows? Maybe I'll find myself liking this. So, spin number 6. So, new favorite. This means an album that may or may not end up being my new favorite, but I think it might be. So, I'm gonna go with Fly By Night by Rush. I need to get more of the albums that I need to listen to anyway on here. And I've heard Fly By Night in the car with my dad, but I never critically analyzed it. However, I enjoyed pretty much every song on it, so it may just end up being one of my new favorites. So, Fly By Night. And now for spin 7. Ugly cover? I know exactly what I'm doing for this one. I don't remember the name of the album off the top of my head, but it's by a band called Mustard Plug. I'll put it right here in the corner. It's a ska punk album, basically. And I've heard a couple songs from it. They're actually good, but man, is this cover hideous. Like, seriously. Who thought having a guy whose face is made out of mustard on the cover was a good idea? Seriously. And up next is spin 8. Short listen. This means an album that is under 30 minutes. And I'm gonna go with, for this one, Group Sex by the Circle Jerks. These guys are a hardcore punk band from the 80s. All of their songs are really short, including their albums as well. And, yeah, this album is like 20 minutes long, so yeah, it definitely qualifies for a short listen. And since we hit Subtract album that one time, we're going to end this on the 9th spin. Let's see what it is. $2000. This means an album from the 2000s, which means I listen to a lot of 2000s stuff, so this should be easy, but all the albums are piling together in my head, much to my annoyance. So I think I'll just go with Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard. I know a couple songs from Yellowcard, but I never delved into their albums before, so this should be fun. that's my video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm Morgan the Rebellious Reviewer, and I'm out.